What's going on, Gemini? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tani Michelle, and basically I just do a bunch of cool spiritual weird shit over here. So if that's your vibe, make sure to subscribe before you leave, or don't. And yeah, basically we are not all love, light, twin flames, and unicorns over here, so please keep that in mind. And let's go ahead and get into your reading. So I have drawn a few cards for you guys already. While I was connecting to your energy, some cards started falling out, so I just took them. So October is like a major month, like one of the biggest months of the year, maybe even the biggest month of the year. It's a big deal. So what I see here, Gemini, is that you guys are having issues connecting to your heart. So far, you're having issues with maybe your identity. With that north node in your sign in the first house and the south node in your opposite sign, it's like, who am I without other people? How do I know myself without like knowing other people? Or how can I be sure of who I am? Basically, it's definitely a lot of unsurety. I also see, Gemini, here that there's some issues with like questioning if you're on the right path. Feeling just very unsure of yourself. Sorry, there's like something going on in my eyeball here. But questioning things, just not sure of yourself, not feeling like rooted or grounded anywhere, possibly just feeling a little bit like scattered, I feel here, which you guys kind of are probably used to anyway, but it's like even more intense right now, I feel like, for you guys. Sorry, I wanted to fix my camera angle, but I feel like it's even more intense right now for you guys, Gemini. Like, it's really intense. I think some of you guys are dealing with like relationship stuff too this month or currently. There's just a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. I mean, there's a lot going on here for everybody. But you're learning how to be more direct and less indecisive. It's like you want to move forward. There's some kind of decision maybe that some of you guys are trying to make. So let's kind of back up here. So you guys have romantic love and the heart chakra card. So like I was saying, there could be some relationship stuff going on with some of you guys. It says the frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience and reflection of a conscious lover. So you guys may be learning like a new, how do I want to put this? You guys may be learning like deep emotional states of intimacy. It's like you don't want something surface level anymore. Like you want it to be, I don't know, you want to connect with people on a deeper level. And then we have the heart chakra, the frequency of the heart chakra. The green flower of life supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the body and the mind. So there's some issues here, I feel like, Gemini, connecting to your heart and connecting to who you really are underneath all of the ego shit or all of the masks that you may wear or the different hats that you may wear. You know, it's really kind of connecting to your core is what I feel here. And you're going to do that by connecting to your heart chakra, by digging into your feelings, to your emotions, okay? Especially with Mercury, your ruling planet this month, being in the sign of Scorpio. This is a lot more introspective. This is a lot more internal, deeply emotional, and deeply transformational, and not just focusing on the good, but also focusing on the shadow and what you may be bearing inside the shadow. We also have, how can I surrender more in this moment, with stuff on the back that I'll read in a little bit. And we also have, am I on the right path? So, and that really goes with what I see here. With the Emperor reversed here, there's definitely this sense of like, who am I? Especially with the Fool here. Am I on the right path? It just doesn't feel stable. Something feels unstable in your life or shaky in your life, you know? But it's like, from what I see here with the Ace of Wands, like, embrace the spontaneity, you know? Gemini, embrace the surprise. It doesn't need to be grounded. It doesn't need to be stable. And embrace the many parts of yourself. Whatever part you are in that moment, be that. That's what's going to make you authentic. Embrace how you really feel and embrace what you really like, what you really don't like, all of those things, because that's what makes you authentic. And that's how you find out who you are authentically. You know what I mean? By doing that in those moments. Like, there's something here of like, am I going in the right direction? For some of you, this could be job related, financially related, because we do have the Two of Pentacles. Now we have the Six of Pentacles. So you could be considering taking some kind of risk, but maybe there's not like a certainty there. Maybe you're uncertain about it. You're not sure if it's going to pay off. And the cards are telling me it is, as long as you do it in a way that is from your heart, you know? And we even have the Knight of Cups on the bottom. As long as you do it in a way that's from your heart, that is from a giving place, and that you work hard at. You know, you have to like really put in the work. Whatever you're thinking about possibly doing, or whatever decision this is, whatever risk this is, whatever direction you're thinking about going in here, it's not a bad one, okay? Don't see anything like, oh, you're on the wrong path or whatever. It's just unconventional maybe, or just kind of different in some way. And I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles here, Gemini, this is saying like you need to take your time with this. Don't rush into this, you know? Take your time, be discerning, weigh things out, and then you can do this, you know? So yeah, and then I think it's interesting because on this deck, at the bottom of the deck, we have, to whom am I comparing myself to right now? So is there some kind of comparison going on? Are you basing your own decisions off of what you think somebody else is going to think, you know? It's like not even real. It's like just what we think someone else is going to think, you know, or other people are going to think, or these invisible people that live in our heads that we're like, oh my God, everyone's going to hate me. But everyone are like people that we don't even know, or that we're never going to know, you know, like we just have this idea. It's just like an idea in our heads, you know what I mean? The invisible monster. Okay, so we now have the Page of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacle energy. So you guys could be trying to do something with a job, a skill, a hobby, a project. Definitely. And I really see you guys taking the first steps. Like you're really kind of taking the first steps, Gemini. And this is interesting because we do have this Aries full moon happening in the beginning of the month, in a spot for you that is about like, where is my place in the world? You know, am I going to be like socially accepted? You know? Yeah, you are definitely exploring your fears. Like possibly getting the courage to finally explore your fears, to finally move forward. What I can tell you though with this, Gemini, is there may be some news that kind of throws you off this month. I would say towards mid to end month. There may be some kind of news that throws you off, okay? But it throws you off mentally, I feel here, not physically. But I also feel like with the Page of Wands and the Three of Swords, you're moving forward with something. You're exploring your options. You are moving forward with something. You are exploring your fears even. You're facing your fears is basically what's going on here. And you're facing your emotions like I was talking about in the beginning. Like instead of running from them or hiding from them, you're facing them. And then we end with the Eight of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Or I'm sorry, the Eight of Pentacles. This is like some deep shadow work. You guys are definitely exploring things from your childhood, things from your past. Exploring what may have been even passed down onto you emotionally. And this has to do with your relationships. If it is a relationship thing you guys are going through, this does play out in your relationships. But then towards the end of the month for this Taurus full moon that's happening in your 12th house, I see you being very introspective, very kind of emotionally like focused, if that makes sense, possibly working on some kind of hobby or something that you love, getting really creative, feeling really creative. This Taurus full moon could really kind of awaken you to something, a new way of looking at things, and like some kind of awakening, okay? That to where you're really like having all kind of creative insights and stuff like that. So let's kind of go over your astrology really quick here for a minute. So like I said, the Aries full moon is happening in a place for you guys, Gemini, that is all about your status, like in the world, your place in the world, your goals, your aspirations, your social circles, your friend groups. So there definitely is like a social aspect in the beginning of this month. Plus we're in Libra season. And Libra for you guys is a place that's all about fun and romance and harmony and creativity and children. So there is kind of this like focus on that stuff coming in. Like, what do I really want? You know, what do I really want? And what do I have to do to get it? And is that actually going to be stable for me? Am I on the right path? Like, am I where I'm supposed to be? Or what do I need to do? You know, these kinds of questions. So that Aries full moon may bring about certain insecurities that you have when it comes to going after your goals, going after your aspirations, going after the things that you want to achieve, the things that you want to receive in life. So that's definitely something that could be brought up for the beginning of this month. But then we get into kind of like mid-month, and Saturn and Pluto are going to be direct by that time. And that's happening in a place for you that is all about, you know, emotional breakthroughs and other people's money, debts that you may owe, or even receiving money from other people, things like that. I'm not saying all that's going to happen, but with Saturn and Pluto going direct, there's definitely going to be this forward momentum when it comes to what you feel capable of doing. Okay, so that I think is a good thing. But Mercury, your ruling planet, is going retrograde on the 13th this month in the sign of Scorpio, okay, which is a place for you that is all about your day-to-day life, your routines, your health, you know, your schedules, what you do on a day-to-day basis, your day-to-day responsibilities. And so with Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio, there's kind of going to be this deep introspection of where you may need to change things or make some kind of transformation or be more vulnerable, or pay more attention to your emotions in your day-to-day reality or in the mundane shit that you have to do on a day-to-day basis, where something needs to change there. There could be a lot of like random surprises or insights that come in because Mercury is going to be opposite Uranus, which is in Taurus, the sign right before you. So there could also be a lot of subconscious stuff that's been blocking you that ends up getting purged. Like this could be like a detox, like an emotional detox, or detoxing you of like toxicity, you know what I mean? Like things that have been blocking you or became toxic for you, certain addictions that you've had on like a day-to-day basis, or things that you do that are like bad for you, that are harming you somehow, things like that. So there could be this energy of that with this Mercury retrograde happening in Scorpio. And Mercury also rules your 4th house of Virgo, especially if you're a Gemini rising. So this could bring up some family stuff too, some health stuff, stuff that you need to somehow try something new. It's like going to force you to try something new to make changes in those areas, okay? So also I would say with this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, probably not a good time in this next month and a half to like get some kind of surgery. Obviously, like if you can help it, like if it's like a life or death situation, you can't help it, then just do it, right? But if you can help it, if you can reschedule it, I would, if you can, just because it's probably not a good time to get a surgery around that time. And there may be some health appointments and stuff that go a little bit haywire, or that, you know, are confusing or miscommunicated. So just be on top of your schedules for this next month and a half, Gemini. So yeah, that's what's happening with your ruling planet. And then On the 27th, Mercury will go back into Libra, your 5th house. So this will be reharmonizing whatever you go through these next few weeks until the 13th, and really reflecting on what it is that you want and how maybe what you want is maybe based off of other people, you know, and how you can like reharmonize that energy and integrate these different parts of your personality and who you are. So, and then on the 31st, we have the Taurus full moon, like I was kind of saying before, in your 12th house, conjunct Uranus. That's going to be a very powerful full moon. So there's definitely going to be some kind of shift, some kind of subconscious breakthrough that happens here, or some kind of even healing that happens here, or some kind of liberation from something that's been dragging you down subconsciously. Now, I will say for you guys, around this full moon in Taurus, at the end of the month on Halloween, it could be a little bit hard to sleep, or your sleep schedule could be a little bit all over the place around that time. You could be feeling a little bit more distracted than usual, or, you know, impatient or something like that. But it's definitely going to show some things to you and liberate you from something, okay? It's definitely like bringing something out of, you know, of the darkness or of the shadow in order for you to be liberated in some way. Okay, so there could be some surprises there as well that like you didn't see coming. But the 12th house is the house of self-undoing. So whatever happens, it's like this undoing of self, which is going to eventually lead you to who you really are. I know it kind of doesn't sound like it, but it does. So for your other cards, am I on the right path? It says, sometimes we second guess what we are doing. We lose trust in the process and question if we are even on the right path at all. Know this, you are on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you made a soul contract that you are currently fulfilling in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not real. Search for all the ways you are aligned with your soul's purpose. The signs will appear. Let this newfound trust fuel your steps. So my personal belief is that we're never on the wrong path. Like, I don't believe that, because I believe everything happens for a reason. And if you believe that, then you can't necessarily believe that we're on the wrong path, because it happened for a reason. We're learning lessons. We learn from everything we go through, right? So even if you think that you want to be a doctor when you're younger and you go to school, you become a doctor, and then you're like, oh, I hate this, well, you learned something from that. Or maybe you take those skills of being a doctor, you take those experiences and put them into being whatever else you want to be, whatever you end up becoming. So I don't think that we're ever necessarily on the wrong path. I think that we're just here to learn a series of lessons, and to where the universe like basically expressing itself and getting to know itself. So your next card is, how can I surrender even more in this moment? It says, it is essential to have clear, strong intentions of what we desire. But it's equally important for us to detach from the outcome. It's time to surrender. Let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the wheel and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you cannot see yet, but you know is coming. Oh my God, that goes so perfectly with these first three cards. Wow. Okay, hold on. Know this so deeply that your soul vibrates. You are not alone. Your life has purpose, and the more you surrender, the more the universe can produce miracles in your life. Here's a mantra. I surrender. I accept all that I cannot change. I release the outcome, and I joyfully trust the process. So, there's definitely going to be a lot of surrender moments, I feel like, for you guys this month, Gemini, especially with this Emperor reverse. So you guys may be trying to control something or force something, and it's not working out, or it's not going your way. And so the universe is telling you to be the fool. To be the fool. Like, this person, she, in this particular card, can't see that this Ace of Wands is coming right behind her. But that fire, that match lights when you are in the flow of the universe, when you are trusting the process, when you're in this I don't know state, but whatever happens, happens. I don't have this particular expectation, even though I can't see it. Like, whatever is supposed to happen is supposed to happen, you know? So it's important for you guys to be in that state. Yeah, there are some times where it's like you need to focus or you need to, you know, plan or whatever. But for this month, Gemini, it's going to be so important for you guys to trust the process and to be in that full state, to be in that I don't know state, because there you can be in this kind of gray area where you're not fighting, but you're also not like, you know, giving up or anything. You're just going with the flow of the universe. You're allowing things to be exactly as they are without trying to like change them or force things or make things go your way. So I think that's going to be super helpful for you guys. So that is what I have for you guys for October, Gemini. Hopefully this reading resonates with you. Definitely let me know down below. If you would like to sign up for a 3-month intensive workshop, my new workshop called Metamorphosis, where we're going to do some intense emotional shadow work on ourselves, is starting October 7th. Sign up start October 1st over on my Patreon. You can find more information down below. Thank you guys so much for your support and watching this video, and I will see you guys in my other videos.